and welcome back to our channel, documenting our journey to financial freedom. In this video, I will share the credit cards that are in our wallets. We started understanding how to use credit cards about 2 years ago and have favored a cashback strategy. We have received over $3,000 with our normal spending patterns. As mentioned in a previous video, we use credit cards to, number 1, ensure that we have a very good credit score, and number 2, that we benefit financially from our credit card usage. We pay in full and on time to avoid any interest. Carrying high-interest consumer debt would defeat the purpose. We enroll all of our cards in autopay. Our credit card journey accidentally started at Wells Fargo, the bank where we had our first checking and savings account. Looking back, we were really clueless and uninformed. And surprisingly, this led us to make not such a great decision. We did not have any credit history and were told to apply for a secured card. My husband applied for the card and added me as an authorized user. A secured card means that you, the customer, provides a security deposit to the bank. The amount you put down as a security deposit defines your credit limit. But we did not investigate further. Looking now on Credit Karma, we can see that the overall card rating is only at a 2.4 out of 5. We have since upgraded the secured card to a no annual fee card. This was a surprisingly long process. Our Platinum card does not really have any perks, so we do not use it. But it's a no annual fee card, so we keep it stored in a drawer. Why do we not close it? Well, keeping the card open ensures that our credit age, an important factor in a credit score, stays up. Our second step with our credit card journey was with Capital One. Both my husband and I applied for the Saver One card. It does not have any annual fee. And it had an introduction bonus of $150 once you spend $500 on purchases within the first 3 months of the account opening. These cards earned unlimited 3% cashback on dining and entertainment. Back then, we did eat out regularly. This has changed significantly as we have become more intentional in our spending. We are therefore not using these cards much anymore. The credit level to get this card is marked as excellent. We did not have an excellent credit score, but we did have a 360 money market account with Capital One. From this experience, I would say that having a banking relationship helps in the bank's decision process to award the credit card or not. We have received over $400 in cash back and have used most of this to pay our balance. Sadly, my husband and I applied at the same time, instead of having one of us apply and then refer the other. This credit card is quite reasonable if you do have dining and entertainment expenses, so I'll add a referral link in the description below. But I would encourage you to think about how much you want to spend in this category, which corresponds to wants and not needs. I also have a Platinum card with Capital One, which is a credit building card. I got this card to avoid having a thin file, which is a red flag to lenders. You have a thin file when you have less than 5 credit accounts on your credit reports. This card is an easy card to obtain, but not a very exciting one. So far, we've covered a total of 4 cards, which we're not actively using anymore. In an effort to increase the number of accounts I had, I then turned to Discover, and in particular to the Discover It secured card. Again, I provided a security deposit, but this time there was no annual fee, and there were even some cashback categories. On top of that, Discover matches all of the cashback rewards you earn in the first year. After a few months of using the card responsibly, I was upgraded to a cashback credit card, and the credit limit was slowly increased. It was a very easy and smooth process. I then referred my husband, and he got the same cashback credit card. We use these cards when the quarterly categories match our spending habits. Note that both my husband and I sometimes have to pay in advance for expenses related to our jobs, and then we get to expense them. When that happens, we try to match the expense to the best credit card. There is no intro bonus on this card, although the referral does give each participant $50. We've redeemed a little under $400, and we should be getting close to an extra $150 when the cash match kicks in. We redeemed some of the cash with gift cards, in particular Gap gift cards that have an added 20% value. For instance, you get a $25 card for $20. We actively use these cards, and we've been very satisfied with them. The few people who have commented on this card on Credit Karma have given it an excellent rating. The final bank we have credit cards from is Chase. I'll go over the no annual fee cards first, and then explain why and how we decided to apply for cards with annual fees, and what are our thoughts there. Our no annual fee Chase credit cards are in the Freedom family, the Freedom Unlimited and the Freedom Flex. The credit level to get these cards is good to excellent, so we were a little borderline. We had opened an account with Chase, as they had a good bonus when you open a saving and checking account with them. I strongly believe that our banking relationship made a big difference in getting those cards. Both cards have a good intro bonus of $200, and they have some cashback categories. I had applied for the Freedom Unlimited to make sure we always had a default 1.5% cashback on all of our purchases. I was at first denied, but then called the reconsideration line and ended up being approved. I stressed our banking relationship, our family's income, and asked for a pretty low credit limit. So, my advice is to always call the reconsideration line. Be polite and make your case. The worst that can happen is that they say no. My husband applied for the Freedom Flex. We really enjoyed the 5% quarterly categories as well as the 5% on groceries. That will ensure that for groceries, which is the highest spend category for which we can use credit cards, we will always have at least 5% cash back. Okay, time to talk about the annual fee cards. This was a big transition for us. We wanted to be extra sure that we would not be losing any money. But as we learned more and felt we had a better grasp on how credit cards worked, it started to make more sense. That being said, both my husband and I tend to think and rethink decisions, so we could probably have pulled the trigger earlier. Our first card with an annual fee was the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which my husband applied for. He had a lot of travel planned in 2020, and that seemed like the best match. The annual fee used to be $450, but unfortunately, we waited until early 2020 and the fee went up to $550. This was a real shame. The combination of the intro bonus and the $300 credit, which is very easy to obtain, meant we still pushed ahead. Because of the $300 credit, I would actually argue that the annual fee is closer to $250, which is still a lot, but more than covered in the intro bonus. This card was also supposed to be a great travel card, and since we buy our own plane tickets and then get reimbursed by our companies, it made sense. There are perks associated to credit cards that I truly enjoy. The DoorDash credit is one of them, access to airport lounges is another. But these perks correspond to wants, not needs, and so I do not take them into consideration when I want to decide if opening a credit card is a sound financial decision. Another really important consideration for me is that there is now a pay yourself back option that allows the user to redeem points for 1.5 cents for certain categories, which include groceries. This is a perfect match for a family. People that aim for more inspirational, high-end travel can actually get better value out of the Chase points, but that's not what we as a family optimize for. When you add the ability to combine points, including from other members of your household, this means that we can use the Chase Sapphire Reserve to up the value of all of our Chase points. For instance, each of the $200 of the intro bonus from the Freedom cards, which are credited as points, are now worth $300. Pretty cool, right? The final card in our wallet is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This card breaks the mold of only taking cards that match our spend categories. There are 4 reasons I decided to get this card. Number 1, the intro bonus had just jumped from 60 to 80 points. Combined with my husband's reserve card, this is a whooping $1,200. Number 2, the Chase Sapphire cards usually have high credit limits, which in the long term help boost your credit score, in particular by keeping the credit utilization ratio low. I made a video that detailed these factors. I'll link it below. Number 3, there is a downgrade path to a no annual fee credit card. Finally, I had obtained a pre-approval on my Chase portal for this card, which boosts my chance of being accepted. Honestly, I do not plan on using this card much, but I thought it was a good opportunity. All in all, removing the full annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the full fee for the preferred card, we have redeemed just over $2,200, and we still have points to redeem. I am not entirely sure what our Chase strategy is going to be going forward, so I'll have to run the numbers on that. So there we are, with all the cards in our family's wallet. I would say I'm quite happy with the overall result, getting over $3,000 in about 2 years for normal spend that we now put on credit cards instead of debit cards. I am curious to explore other credit cards, with Citibank, for instance, or American Express. The offer from American Express have looked really good in the past few months. This, however, will have to wait as we focus on raising our credit scores in anticipation for our real estate investing journey. Opening a credit card can hurt your score on the short term. For Q1 of 2021, for our highest spend category, which is grocery, we will use my husband's Discover Cashback card, which has a 5% category for groceries. Combined with the cash match, this is an effective cashback rate of 10%. When the cash match period is over, we'll switch to the Freedom Flex, with our intro bonus category of groceries at 5% cashback. When we redeem through the Sapphire Reserve card, this will correspond to a 7.5% return. I am still amazed at the amount of cashback we were able to obtain over the last 2 years. Basically, it's free money. I hope seeing the cards in our wallet and understanding our approach will inspire you on your own journey. Let us know in the comments below. What are your favorite credit cards and why? Take care.